Okay, I think we are live now. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes until we have some people joining. But there are a couple topics I do want to cover inside of this live. And the first one is around the course that I launched about a few weeks ago. So I do want to touch on some topics. I've been getting a lot of questions about the course, and I wanted to give more information and more transparency around that particular topic. I also do want to talk to you guys a little bit more about some of my wins and some of my losses right now when it comes to dropshipping on Facebook. I know a lot of you are having some challenges and issues, and I want to be fully transparent and give you guys some feedback as to where I am personally, so that you don't feel alone and like this is something that's only happening to you. It's not true. It's actually happening to a lot of us, including myself. We all have been affected. So I do want to talk a little bit about what's going on with my Facebook business in general. So hopefully that'll be a topic of interest to you guys. Also, if you guys have any questions, throughout the live, then just, leave it down in the comments. And the plan is to loop back around to the questions as we get towards the end of the live. So if you guys have any questions right now, just start, typing them down. We'll get to them, every single one. I promise we're going to get through every single question. And also, if maybe you guys don't have a particular question, but maybe there's a topic that you guys want to explore further because either I haven't talked about it too much or you haven't seen anybody else talk about it, whether it's Facebook, drop shipping related, or maybe it might be something with eBay, maybe Amazon. If there's any topic that interests you, also let me know down in the comments because it will be something that will benefit everybody. So just let me know, down in the comment section when you have a chance. The other topics that I also do want to cover on this live are some new opportunities that have presented themselves to my channel, over the last few weeks. And these are some of the things that kind of surface sometimes, once you start to grow your channel a little bit more. So if any of you guys have considered starting your own YouTube channel or are maybe thinking about it, this might be something that might be of interest to you because there are very good things that do come out of, starting your own channel. And a lot of you, I'm pretty sure, are pretty good experts when it comes to drop shipping. So if you've been contemplating it, I would definitely encourage you to start creating content around your passion, whether it's drop shipping or anything else. And I do want to talk about some of those opportunities that have presented themselves to me. And a big part of it has been because of you guys. I mean, without you guys, honestly, none of this would have been possible. It's really you guys who I should be thanking because you guys really have helped me a lot to keep me motivated, to keep going, to keep making videos. And it's all because of you. And I really do thank you for that. So we're going to cover, some topics around that. So hopefully that also interests you. The other thing I also wanted to spend some time on is going to be around ideas for content. And I kind of touched on this just a few seconds ago. But I'm really interested in hearing, you guys, your feedback as far as content. What videos do you want to watch? Which topics do you want to learn more about? I think it's very helpful. I mean, I try to gauge the audience, where the interest is based on a lot of the information that I get from YouTube. But sometimes that's really like a hit or miss when it comes to, what topics do people really want to hear about, what topics they really don't care about. So if you guys have anything that comes to mind, let me know also down in the comment section. And I'll be more than happy to create any video around any topic on Facebook, Marketplace, on shops, on eBay, even Amazon. If you guys want to hear more about other, drop shipping side hustles that are outside of the Facebook world, I mean, we can also explore that topic. Again, it all depends on what you guys do want to watch and want to learn. Now, I will say that a lot of my content is more on the Facebook side because primarily the audience coming in to watch my channel just likes to consume the Facebook dropshipping information. I mean, that's what the YouTube data is telling me. So when I do videos about eBay, they don't do as well as my Facebook videos, but maybe I'm not doing the right topics when it comes to eBay. So maybe there is a topic you guys are interested in, but haven't really addressed it in any of my videos. So that's where there's an opportunity. So if you guys have any, ideas for something related to eBay, then, let me know down in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to explore those topics. So right now I see that we have, looks like 5 people are watching. So thank you guys and welcome to the live. Please introduce yourselves, give me a hello and tell me where you are watching me from at the moment. Let's see who we have on. And if you just joined the stream, I just kind of went through a list of what are some of the topics that I do want to cover, during this live. So, let me know down in the comment section, what your question is if you have one, and if there's anything else that you guys want to address, during this live, okay? So we have someone who just joined us from Canada. So it's Jericho. Welcome to the live, man. And I've never been to Canada. I actually is one of the places that I really would like to visit someday. They have a lot of, beautiful scenery out there. And glad to have you, man. Welcome to the live. So let's get into the first topic that I wanted to discuss, and that was around the course. So a lot of people have been asking me, kind of my motives or the reasons why I went and kind of created a course. So I want to get into that. And also I want to kind of get into the fact that some people, seem to be a little bit, pushed away when people like myself who create videos online, create courses because they feel like I'm trying to monetize off of you, right? And I think that's a normal feeling because I had the same feeling when I started dropshipping many years ago, and I was contemplating whether or not I should be buying a course because, why am I gonna pay someone for something that I can probably learn for myself for free? I have the internet, I have YouTube, I have all these other avenues I can go down. So why am I gonna pay somebody a couple $100? And at the end of the day, it's probably not even gonna be worth my time, right? That used to be me, okay? That used to be me like 4 or 5 years ago when I started my dropshipping journey, right? So I get that. I understand that. Courses may not be for everybody, and that's totally fine. I think there's a very particular audience when it comes to courses, and I truly understand that. So the reason why I even considered creating a course was just because the amount of questions that I would get either on YouTube. So on some of my more popular videos, on YouTube, one of them which has already received over 25,000 views, I get daily questions on that video about Facebook shops, right? And there's only so much time in the day that I have to answer all those questions. Now, I do my very best because right now I'm still a very small YouTube channel and I do have the bandwidth to go into my videos. And I really try to do this for all of my videos, is answer all of you guys' questions. I think I'm pretty good at doing that. And as long as I have the time, I'm going to continue and go in and answer every single question on every single video. I feel like that's my duty to you guys because you compensate me by clicking on my video and taking the time to watch it. the least I can do is going into those videos and actually answer your questions, right? So I'm gonna continue to do that, as long as I have the time to do it. So I started to realize that these questions kept popping up over and over and over again. So I thought, well, there's interest out there. People have questions, and perhaps, some of these things are better suited if I create some kind of course that will give them all the answers that they're looking for Facebook Marketplace, for Facebook Shops, and for anything else related to just Facebook dropshipping in general. So that was kind of the main reason what got me thinking about, let's create a course. And at this point in time, I really hadn't even thought about, I'm going to make money off of this, right? I mean, eventually, yes, great. If people buy it, then I do obviously earn something from that sale. But even whatever I'm earning from the course, when it sells, I take that money and I reinvest it back into my YouTube channel. Because, I believe that long term, YouTube, if things continue to go well, I think YouTube is going to be something that is going to be very good for my brand, right? For the Daniel Sells Online brand, I think it's going to be something that's going to be very positive. And the more I can reinvest back into the YouTube channel, then the more value I can create for you guys. The better sound equipment I can get, the better camera I can get, the better lighting I can get, and just give you guys, an overall much better experience on YouTube if I have kind of money to reinvest, back into the channel. And that's kind of been the reason, why I thought maybe the course would be something that would be very helpful, right? So anyways, if you want to buy the course, awesome. Thank you. If you want to support the channel by buying the course, I really appreciate it. And if you guys want like more testimonials, if you guys want to see other people who've already bought the course and you want to see how they are doing, I'll be more than happy to, maybe create a video around that topic. If you're not a member of my free Discord, then I highly recommend that you join. I will link the information, in this live when we, wrap it up. The link will be there, and there's actually a section inside the Discord where you will see testimonials. So if you're not sure if this is something for you, or you want to see, hey, great, you made a course, does it even work, right? It's a very legitimate question, and I think most of us, whenever we buy something, we want to make sure that it's going to really help or fix the problem that we have. I totally get it. I totally understand it. So for that reason, we have testimonials. So I have created a Discord, like I said, and there's some testimonials already there from students who've already bought the course. So if that interests you, check it out. I will put the link down in the description, once we finish the live. Okay. So obviously I don't want to spend so much time, just talking about the course, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more background as to, where did the idea come from? And it was because, I was getting so many questions. I only have so much time in the day to answer all the questions. And I thought that would be best suited, in a course. And then the other thing also to consider is that I could technically make free YouTube videos around the topics that I'm being asked. But the reality is that YouTube videos are not really meant for like long form content. Like if I want to get into a topic and explain to you step by step how to do something on YouTube, most people, and be honest here, most people are going to tune out like after 2 minutes, because the retention span for most people on YouTube is very, very, very tiny. Like, people just want to get in there, look for the information that they want, and then they want to jump back out. It's very hard to keep people on a video for 4 minutes, let alone, 10 minutes or more. It's very difficult. So creating free videos, free content around particular topics that you would find on a course for free on YouTube, they're very difficult because, most people will tune out, and that's not really kind of the platform for people to really learn a lot of the more complex topics that the course really covers, right? So that's another reason why I thought that it would be best suited, to create a course and then just have the information there. Okay. Now, I was running a promotion for loyal members of my group who, signed up, for the pre-sale, like almost, 4 or 5 months ago. And those people, they did get an offer to get access into the course at a heavily discounted price. So I am only going to leave that offer open for the remainder of this week. Like, I've already had it open for a while. Some people have come in through that offer, which is great. So thank you so much. Like, if you actually joined the course recently and you came via that offer of my pre-sale, I really want to thank you. And I hope you're enjoying the content so far inside of the course. But again, I'm going to have the link available here on the description to this live. I'm going to extend it to you guys, right? So if you're watching this live right now and you're interested and maybe you think that the course might be a good fit for you, then I'm going to have that link in the description where you can get into the course at the same discounted price that I gave everybody else who joined my pre-sale months ago. So it'll be there only for the remainder of this week, and that's it. It'll be gone. I'm gonna take it down, and it's gonna go up to the regular price of the course. Okay. All right. So I think I talked enough about the course. If you guys have any questions about the course, just let me know, down in the comment section. But let's move on to another topic for now. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was, some of my, wins and some of my losses when it comes to Facebook, right? So I think everybody likes to show off their wins. Like, yeah, I made, 10 grand on this store. I made another 5 grand on this other shop. It's so cool when people have like the wins to show off, right? But I also want to be transparent with you guys and let you guys know that I'm not always winning. Like, I wish I was winning all the time when it came to drop shipping, but I'm not always winning. Like, I'm always having the same challenges that you guys are having. I'm facing the same challenges as well. I'm not superhuman. I mean, I might know a little bit more information than you guys because I've been doing it for much longer. I may have a different kind of skill set when it comes to some things within drop shipping. But I'm not superhuman. Like, I still have my own challenges and my own issues when it comes to figuring things out. And right now, I think everybody is going to a lot of issues and problems with Facebook in general, because we've seen it that, shops right now is not to the, to the level that it was just a few months ago. And now with Marketplace, we see that Marketplace has done a complete 180. Marketplace was really not doing so well a few months ago. And then now all of a sudden, Facebook Marketplace tends to be doing a tad better, if not better, than Facebook Shops. So I've been getting hit with some L's. Like, I've been getting some L's too, and I want to let you guys know that, a lot of my shops, are struggling right now. I have one that is very consistent. And if you ask me why, I can't give you an answer. Like, that is so, perplexing. It's so strange how different the Facebook platform is compared to other platforms like eBay and Amazon and Mercari, Poshmark. Like, Facebook is so different. Like, there is no rhyme or reason to how Facebook does things. Hopefully, as time goes on, they're going to get better and they're going to give us more information to us sellers as to what things are going to contribute to us having more success on the platform. I'm really hopeful that that's going to come at some point before the end of the year, or hopefully at some point at the beginning of next year. More transparency, more information, and just an overall, best practices for sellers who want to succeed while selling on their platform. So hopefully that's to come in the near future. So just to kind of give you an update of where I am with my business, how many shops am I running, how many Facebook marketplaces am I running. Let me give you kind of like a quick rundown of where I am. So as of this moment, in total, I have 6 Facebook shops. So I have 6 Facebook shops that all are approved, and they all have the Facebook Marketplace sales channel enabled. 6. And I have 2 marketplaces. So I have my personal marketplace, and I have another family member's marketplace. I had to take a quick sip of water because I was running out of saliva. Anyways, so with those 6 shops, I'm kind of setting myself up for a good, end of the year push. So if shops goes back to the way that it was a few months ago, and we know that shops tend to perform very different from shop to shop, then with 6 shops in total, and start listing items that are gonna hopefully sell, now in September, October, November, and December, I'm thinking I'm putting myself in a pretty good position to have a pretty successful end of the year push when it comes to sales on Facebook shops. And I have also noticed that in the past few weeks, and even in the past month, it's getting a lot easier to get your Facebook Marketplace enabled once you get a new shop approved. So I don't know if any of you have noticed this as well. If any of you have gone through a new shop approval process within the last few weeks or within the last month, a lot of you are getting the opportunity to enable Facebook Marketplace sales channel like right away. You're not going into the yellow, you're not going into red, you're going right into green. So that's actually a great thing, because for a long time that was a big issue. Getting into a shop and getting the sales channel turned green. So it seems like that temporary block they have put in, they went ahead and fixed it. So out of those 6 shops, like I said, only one is really kind of the one that's killing it for me right now. The other ones are getting like a sale here and there, maybe a couple sales here and there, but nothing, out of the ordinary. My main shop, like I said, that one has right now like 2,000 products in the catalog. Now I do kind of go in and prune out some listings from time to time, because as your catalog starts to grow, then you start getting into more listings that might go out of stock, right? And you don't want to leave those listings inside of your shop if they're gone out of stock, because now Facebook is noticing it on Facebook shops, and it might hurt you, right? So if you can just have your virtual assistant, or if you don't have one, you can do it yourself, but you want to go back in and kind of prune out those listings that are out of stock. Don't leave them inside of your catalog, because it might inadvertently affect you. So go ahead and get rid of them. So I've been doing that. So I'm still growing the catalog. I do want to get it to a much larger number, because there's no guarantee that if you have 5,000 or 10,000 items in your catalog that is gonna equal to a lot more sales. However, the more listens you have, the higher the probability of someone clicking on it and buying it from you, right? So if you're gonna compare someone like me who has a shop of 2,000 items, and someone else who has a shop and they only have 100 items, my shop is going to be a lot more visible in the Facebook Marketplace because I have more products, okay? And I think that's the big reason why a lot of these automation companies, are having a lot of success, because they have a team of virtual assistants doing the product research, and they're building catalogs of 2,000, 5,000, maybe 10,000 items. So it's a game of numbers. The more listens you have up, the higher the likelihood they're gonna click on it. So take a page right out of the automation people playbook. Get more listings in your catalog. And again, it's not gonna guarantee more sales immediately, but over time, it's gonna help you get a lot more sales. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. The listing is free. You don't have to pay to list. Unlike eBay, eBay is gonna charge you for listings after a certain amount. So listing is free. You've got nothing to lose but time. And if you don't want to do it, then you can go ahead and give it to a virtual assistant to do it, and they'll do it for you, right? So that's kind of also something that I'm doing in the background. I am also kind of growing my own little drop shipping operation per se. I have hired two more virtual assistants to my team to the Daniel Sales Online team. And I'm doing that on purpose just to get us ready for Q4, right? So the more listens that I have, the more opportunities I'm going to have to get, items sold on Facebook. So I see that I have some questions here on the chat. So we got, I think we got our friend Rob on the live. Welcome, man. So he's saying yo, back to you. So we got a couple more people on the chat right now. So yeah, so we're gonna get to the questions. I want to get through some of these items first, and then we'll get into the questions. So keep dropping them down. We're gonna cover all of them, and we'll go through each one in detail, okay? So that's kind of where I am right now with my whole drop shipping operation. So I am also struggling. I'm in the same boat that you guys are in. Other than my one shop that is right now doing fairly well, everything else is pretty slow compared to where we were just a few months ago. And I think it's going to continue to be that way, at least for the foreseeable future. Again, we all are hopeful that this is going to change, once we start to get into the fall, right? So the whole idea here is that whenever, if it happens this year, right? If Facebook rolls out their seller fee on shops, if that happens this year, then the assumption is that they have a working platform now, and that traffic should kind of come back, right? Because it seems like, when you open up a faucet and then all the water rushes out, it seems like Facebook has kind of closed the faucet a little bit, right? So we have a little stream of water that's coming in, which would be the marketplace traffic, right? That's what it feels like. And that's a big reason why so many people have jumped over to Facebook Marketplace, right? Because over there is a seller fee, and it seems like there's more traffic going that way anyways. So we'll see what happens, see how it plays out. Now, for sure, 2023, we are going to have the seller fee. So either 2023 will be the time when Facebook shops kind of take off again, or it happens sometime before the end of the year. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. So the next topic I wanted to get into is some new opportunities, right? So I have been presented with some new opportunities because of my YouTube channel. And I think I said this earlier, that is all because of you guys. I mean, without you guys, this YouTube channel doesn't exist. So everything that I do is for you guys, and I really, again, thank you. I mean, I can't say it enough. I mean, thank you for even tuning in right now and watching what I have to say. I mean, that means a lot to me, honestly. Like, it really means a lot to me, and I do thank every one of you. So lately I have been making some videos that have been, tied to some affiliates, right? And I feel like sometimes these videos don't land right with my audience. I don't know if it's because, people already look at it as salesy, and they don't really see the value in me getting in front of the camera, talking about something, and then at the end, try to sell you something, right? And I get that. I don't think nobody likes to be sold to, right? However, I will say that the affiliates have kind of a role to play, within just YouTube in general. I mean, it doesn't matter like what content you watch on YouTube. Somehow you're gonna have some kind of affiliate make its way into the content anyways, right? Sometimes it's a little bit more organic. It's a little bit easier to digest, and you kind of stick it through, right? Other times it might not be as organic, and it might come out as like very salesy. So where are you guys when it comes to you guys consuming content that has some type of affiliate maybe tied into it, right? I mean, if you guys have been around long enough, you know that whenever you're watching anything that has to do with, a software video, which for the most part, those already are the videos that kind of have like affiliate links kind of tied to it, whether it's FBM Fox, whether it's, Zeek Analytics or AutoDS, like any other main software companies that obviously they're in the business to grow their user base. How do you guys feel about the content? And be honest. Like I really like to hear what you guys have to say about the topic. Like, does it bother you when you watch videos that have some kind of affiliate content? Like, does it rub you the wrong way? Or maybe it's the way that it's presented that rubs you the wrong way, right? And again, I'm still very new to YouTube. I'm still learning how to navigate the whole, let me provide value, but at the same time, let me try to get this, affiliate in, right? I'm still trying to learn the dynamic, between that. So, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Let me know whether it's something you enjoy or you don't enjoy at all. I'm just very interested in hearing, where you guys are at. Where is your thought process, when it comes to that kind of content? Because it feels like, some of you guys are already turned off by it, or maybe it's the way that I'm doing it that turns you guys away. I want to do better. Like, I really want to do better. Like, I want to be able to talk about, I don't know, AutoDS, and how AutoDS is really working on a great solution that comes for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping and Facebook Shops dropshipping. And as a matter of fact, they reached out to me, and they were interested in seeing, hey, do you want to talk to your audience about some of the new things that we're doing with AutoDS? So I think that they really are onto something, and I think that there's value in what they're doing. So, is that something that interests you? Like, do you want to, learn a little bit more about what AutoDS is planning for Facebook Marketplace and Shops, and how they're developing like more automation, and even allowing you to continue to drop ship from Amazon to eBay, but using the AutoDS platform? Like, you don't have to use your personal Amazon account, right? Because right now we all know that if you use your personal account, after a while, it might trigger a suspension, it might trigger a restriction, and you might lose access to your Prime account that you've maybe had for years. it might get blocked completely, and you can't access it anymore. So AutoDS provides a solution for that. Like, they will do the ordering for you, and they will go ahead and have the Amazon ship the item right to your customer. So, I mean, I think that's an awesome solution for people who really want to continue to use Amazon as a supplier, but don't want to get banned and don't want to get restricted. And you don't have to worry about, getting a static IP or having to change addresses or get new credit cards, or like all the things you have to jump through hoops just to keep your Amazon account going without getting restrictions. So will that give you some peace of mind? Will that make you want to double down more on Amazon? Because we all know Amazon is a great supplier. Like, I personally, I'm not a fan of Amazon for my own personal reasons, but you can't ignore how good Amazon is as a supplier. You get super fast shipping. You get awesome customer service. The prices are sometimes unbeatable depending on what item you're sourcing from Amazon. You get the review photos. So if you want to sell on Marketplace, you get the review photos from Amazon, which is another great thing. You can't get review photos from eBay, and you can't get them from Walmart. I mean, it's not very common. So there's not many websites out there or marketplaces where you can get review photos like Amazon. Like Amazon, you get all the review photos that you want. So it has all, you can check off all the check marks with Amazon as being like one of the best suppliers. And even for eBay dropshipping, even though it's a lot harder to get away with it with eBay, but even Amazon is a great supplier for eBay as well, because you can get discounted gift cards to buy stuff from Amazon, and then you kind of bake that into your profits, and you make more money by selling on eBay by getting discounted gift cards from Amazon. There's no ignoring it, right? There's really no ignoring it. Amazon is a really great supplier, and AutoDS has a solution for you if you want to use Amazon and automate your ordering, right? Because automation is a very powerful thing, especially when you're a drop shipper. When you're drop shipping, automation is going to be your best friend. The less things you need to do, yourself, or have someone else do it for you, or just let software do it, the more time you have to focus on the actual important things, which is how to scale my store. How do I make more money selling online? Let me start exploring selling on other platforms. Let me get away from Facebook and let me explore other platforms, right? You can only do that if you're not so much into the business. Like, let me give you some advice. The most successful entrepreneurs are the ones that spend the less time with their head in front of their laptop. Like, that's what you have employees for. As an entrepreneur, you have to be thinking about the future, what's going to come next, what's going to get me from where I am right now over to the next level, and that's really where you want to be. You want to be in a position where you're now thinking about, hey, you know what? Christmas is coming. Let me start looking to see what do I need to do to get myself ready for Christmas. But if you're in the computer and all you're doing is product researching, and all you're doing is updating out of stock and repricing, changing titles, like doing all the grunt work, then you don't have time to look at what's to come. You're only looking down here. And that's why you really need, the help and the automation. So I just let you know about that. If you didn't know about AutoDS, they have a great solution for you if you want to do Amazon to Facebook. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So let's check back over to the chat. So again, so we got a couples, good, yo, some comments. We have one question. So let me pause for a second. And let's go ahead and answer one of the questions. I know that the live keeps going, in and out. Like we have 2 people joining, then we have 4 people joining, and then we have 6 people joining. So people keep jumping in and out, which is totally fine. I mean, I get it. And like I said, this live is for you guys. Like I know I'm doing a lot of the talking, but these are just the things that are happening in my world right now. So if there's anything that is happening in your world, if there's anything that you have questions about, are concerned about, or need some clarity on, this is the opportunity right now to ask those questions. So, take advantage of it and leave the questions down below, and we'll get to it, okay? So LDJZ0 is asking, are they under the same commerce manager? So okay, so maybe your question, so your question is probably related to my comment about the amount of shops that I have. Okay, so no. So out of the new shops that I have recently created, I have 2 commerce managers accounts, and each one has 2 shops linked to it. All the other ones have their very own commerce manager. And the reason why is because once you have a shop approved on a commerce manager, it's a lot easier to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shops approved on that same commerce manager. It's much, much, much easier. It's a lot harder when you have to create a brand new commerce manager, start a new shop, and then kind of do that again over and over again. It's a little bit more difficult because now Facebook has to make sure that they trust you, that you have the followers, that you're doing everything the way that they want them to do it. So yeah. However, on the other side of it, if you have the same commerce manager and then you got multiple shops, it can be a little bit risky. And it's because we have seen that sometimes if your account gets locked, restricted for whatever reason, then that's going to impact every single shop under that same, commerce manager. That is why, and I do say this in the course, I mentioned this in the course, I highly recommend that you always add another admin to your commerce manager. So you don't want to be the only admin, right? Add as many admins, well, not as many, but add at least another admin to your account. So if whenever something happens, then you can still access the account, right? Because Facebook loves to lock people out. That's just a guaranteed. So yeah, that's a word of advice to you. Now, let's go over one more question. So Jericho J1 is asking, what product margin would you recommend when you're starting off? Okay, so I guess you're asking about when you're listing your products, what type of margin should you be looking for each of your products? And please, drop me another comment in the event that maybe I didn't understand your question fully, but I think that's what you're asking. So my recommendation is to first look at the product and then look at the competition on that product. So if there's a lot of people selling that particular product on Marketplace, you need to see, where the other people are priced at, right? Because otherwise, if you're gonna compete in that space with that seller, with those products, you want to make sure you want to be competitive, right? So in order to do that, you have to, look at your price, see where they're at, and try to be somewhere near to where they're at. You can also, put a lot of your actual profit into the shipping, right? That's another strategy that I do talk about a lot on the course. You can take that, let's say you want to make $5 on that sale. So you can throw that $5 into the shipping cost. So that right there is a guaranteed $5 profit for you. And then whatever you want to mark up the product, whether it's 10%, 15%, 20%, then you can mark it up on the price. But again, you're going to have to compare it to the competition and see, how they're pricing it as well. Not on every single product, but you want to at least have an idea of where they're priced at, so you're not too high and you're not too low. If the item is new and not many people are listing it, and maybe you want to give it a run, you want to test this product out, then at that point it's really up to you. What I would say, like if the product is very low in cost, like let's say it's like a $5 item, I would probably want to do a 50% margin. So so it's gonna be $5 plus $2.50, which is gonna be your 50% margin, which is gonna be half, right? And then plus whatever shipping costs you want to charge. Or you can go like 100% margin, so that would mean there'll be $5 plus another $5 would be $10. So you will sell the product for $10. No. Sorry about that. I just I had someone ask me a question. I had to respond in the live, right? So this is live, so I had to respond in the live. Yeah. So like I was saying, so those kind of your alternatives, and I do go into very more specifics when it comes to like my pricing strategy on the course, because that's really kind of the best way to explain this topic is on the course. So it's in there, and you're more than welcome to check it out if you think that's something that's for you. So what else do we have here that I wanted to cover? So I think we got another question here. So this is from Sean Foran. Sorry if I butcher your name, and I apologize. But thank you for being here, and thank you for tuning in on the live. So does it say here, is it just me or did shop listings vanish from the marketplace? Homepage, recommended section over the weekend. I got almost no shop sales this weekend. Wondering if Facebook is putting a hold on shops for now. Great question, Sean. And you're not the only one to express this. It's also happened to me, so you're not alone here. And unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine. There's a lot of secrecy with Facebook and how does it recommend, your shop listings in marketplace, how that process works. I mean, all we can do is really guess at this point. Now, whether or not it's happening, I absolutely think that it's happening. That this is actually a thing, right? I truly believe this is a thing. So there's just some things that you can control and other things that you can't. And I have come to learn that, why waste your time on things that you can't control? So if some listings are not showing up, there might be a reason behind it. Maybe some of the listings go against Facebook's terms. I mean, that could be something. I do know that Facebook on purpose will block certain listings from appearing on Marketplace because it goes against their terms of use. So that could be something. But in your case, maybe it's not. Maybe in your case, the listing is absolutely fine. There's no problems. But you're saying that somehow, some way, it is vanishing from the Marketplace homepage. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more. So what you're trying to do, are you trying to search for your shop listing on Marketplace and you're not seeing it? Or you had seen it, but now you don't see it anymore? Maybe if you can clarify that for me, it might help a little bit. for me to address the question. But yeah, man, it's happened to me too. So you're not alone on on this particular topic. Um, so what else do I have here for you guys? Ba 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 ba. So the other thing I wanted to also talk to you guys about was the. So actually, we kind of touched on this a little bit already in the beginning around the content, and I really haven't received any feedback from anyone yet on what type of content you guys want to, get from me in the channel. It would be very helpful. I mean, it would really help me to create more, curated content around certain topics that you guys wanna, watch. So it's kind of like a selfish request from my part, because you'll make it so much more easier on me when it comes to creating content. So this is more of a me ask than it's really for you guys. But we do win at the end, because if you guys give me some great ideas on content that you want to watch, I make the video. You guys enjoy it. You probably interact with the content a lot more. And it's a win-win for both sides. So if you guys have any topic in particular that you want to hear more about on the channel, then please let me know in the comments. So that way, it kind of creates value for you guys as well. So I know there's been a lot of people who have been shuffling like in and out of the live. So just to kind of recap a little bit, if you're just tuned in and you really haven't been, I guess, keeping track of what the different topics have been spoken, over the past, I don't know, like 15 minutes. So we talked about in the beginning a little bit about my course and kind of the reason why I decided to create a course. So if you're interested in any of those, you can always go back to the beginning of the live and listen through that. If you have any questions about the course, then let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So we spent some time talking about that. We also went ahead and, spent some time talking about who is the course really for, right? So in my mind, the course is for people who are new and they want to learn how to do Facebook dropshipping the right way, right? That's who I think the course will be for. People who want to avoid making some painful mistakes that will end up costing them, hundreds of dollars later. I think that person will benefit from the course, right? People who want, more insight into how I've been able to grow my own, Facebook business. If that's you, then you might be interested in purchasing the course, because I kind of break down, everything that I've done, to build my own Facebook marketplace dropshipping business. And then the last thing I covered was, who else might be interested in my course. And that could be someone that wants to learn more about my strategies. Like, how does Daniel, dropship on Facebook? Like, how does he do it, right? If that's you, then maybe the course is for you. Maybe it's something that you want to invest in and something that you want to learn. And also, when it comes to suppliers, a lot of drop shippers, like to keep their suppliers very secret, right? And they have a reason to keep it secret, right? Because less competition. That's not me. I want to help you guys out, right? I want to create value for you guys. So inside the course, I have a list of curated suppliers that I use and that work on Facebook, because I tested them myself and I have sold many items from these suppliers. And we're not talking about Walmart. We're not talking about Amazon. We're not talking about eBay. We're not talking about Home Depot. We're not talking about any of those retailers that everybody knows. So these are retailers that I found myself, that I have used myself. And that list is inside of the course. So if you want to, stand apart from the competition, then maybe this is something that might be right for you as well. Okay? So we talked about those things. We also talked about, some of my wins and my losses, right now with Facebook. I did express that I'm also struggling. So you're not alone out there. It's not just you guys. Okay. Everybody is going through some stuff right now with Facebook dropshipping. Okay. We are hopeful that things are going to get better. Hopefully in the next, few months to come. And hopefully in 2023 is a whole different conversation. Everybody's having success. Everybody's selling. Everybody's back to normal. That's what we're hoping for. Okay, so we talked about some of my wins and losses. Again, you can go back to the beginning of the live and kind of go through those more specific topics that I covered. I also talked a little bit about, new opportunities that have presented themselves here on the channel when it comes from affiliates. And I was just expressing my feelings that I have noticed whenever I make videos around affiliate content. It's like you guys don't enjoy it. That's what it feels like, because I look at the numbers for retention and it starts out very high and then it goes like this. It drops. Like you guys tune out. So I don't know, maybe it's a combination of I'm still learning YouTube. Like I am not a YouTube expert. I'm still learning this whole YouTube thing, okay? And maybe it's my delivery. Maybe I don't have that delivery that other people have when it comes to promoting things on the internet. I'm still learning. I'm only human. I'm trying to be as authentic as I possibly can and be truthful and provide value and keep you guys engaged. And many times that proves to be very difficult. It's not easy to create content on platforms like YouTube. So I was just making a comment that I've noticed whenever I make content around affiliates, promoting a software or promoting a service, that sometimes it's not always received very well from my audience. So I don't know, maybe you guys have some ideas as to, what I need to change or how maybe I should improve it. Any feedback is welcome from you guys. I'm not trying to sell you guys stuff all the time. It's just opportunities that present themselves. I think that there's a value in that opportunity and I'm extending it to you guys. And then you guys make the decision if it's right for you or if it's not right for you. There is no obligation. You don't have to use my affiliate link if you don't want to. That's only if it comes from your heart. If you want to support the channel and you want to use my link, I thank you very much. If you don't want to use the link, that's totally fine with me as well. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it. It's all your choice. And if you think that I brought value in that video and you want to use the link, then, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. So we talked about, a little bit about that as well. I'm just going through the recap because I know a lot of you guys have been, tuning in and out of the live. So I just want to give you guys time to get up to speed. And also if you have any questions, you can also leave them down in the comment section. So the last thing I was also talking about was the content. So what videos do you guys want to watch? But I think I already talked about this way too much and I don't want to keep repeating myself. So if there's something that interests you, let me know in the comment section. So let's go back to the chat one more time and let's see if we have any more questions. So, okay, so Sean came back and he says that in the past few days, he stopped seeing listings from shops, on the marketplace. So I'm just speculating that maybe Facebook has stopped promoting shops for now and was wondering if anyone else is seeing this. Okay. Yeah, man, I've also seen exactly what you just explained. I've seen it for myself as well. And I wish I had an answer for you. I really don't, because nobody knows, why Facebook does what Facebook does. And that is my hope, is that there'll be more transparency from Facebook in the months to come. Once they get this whole seller fee issue resolved, maybe that's the catalyst that gets us to a more stable platform for us sellers. and it would give us more insights into what we can do to better succeed on Facebook. But yeah, I'm seeing the same thing. I mean, the best thing you can do right now is, continue to work on whatever you have now. If you only have one shop and one marketplace, just work on it. Get it ready for Halloween. Like, Halloween is going to be coming up in a couple months. A lot of retailers will start already, putting up their Halloween stuff, towards the end of September. So get your store ready. People like buying stuff for the holidays to decorate. So those things are going to be good sellers, hopefully, in the next, couple months. So focus on your shop. If you have one, focus on it. If you have one marketplace, focus on it. List. Get as many listings as you can into your catalog. If you have 100 right now, set a goal to get you to 500, and then eventually in 1,000. Get as many items as you can into your catalog. And then once Halloween comes, you're ready. Your entire shop has tons of products that people may want to buy for Halloween. Hopefully that takes off. Get tons of sales. And then start working and preparing for Christmas. Now, last year during Christmas, it was great. I was selling a ton of stuff, like a ton of decoration stuff. One of my biggest sellers last year for Christmas was an item that I found on eBay. And that item actually went out of stock. And I was so mad because that item was doing so great selling on Facebook shops that I was like, oh, why did it go out of stock? So these are opportunities that can present themselves, around these times of the year, because, people are going to be buying. Like, even though we're in we're probably already in a recession, inflation is through the roof. People still want to buy stuff. Like, if you have a good, financial, foundation right now, you can afford to buy stuff, right? So people are going to be buying, a lot of dumb things to decorate their house for Christmas. And I think that's really where we're going to see how broken Facebook shop is. Because if we get into the busiest shopping season of the year and we're still having the same problems that we're having right now, then that's it. Like, at that point, it's a much larger problem. We're talking about a much larger macroeconomic problem. Like, at that point, it has to be something that's way beyond our control. Like, if the traffic remains the same and we don't get that needle to move higher, when it comes to, getting sales on our Facebook shops during the holiday season, I'm gonna be very concerned, to be honest. I'm gonna be very concerned, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, there'll be no question about it. I'll really be concerned, but we don't know yet, right? It's all speculation. It's all hypotheticals. We don't know. Hopefully, that doesn't really happen, and we won't be confronted with those issues or challenges. If anything, we'll be confronted with opportunities, and we'll be able to sell a lot more than we are selling, right now on Facebook shops. Okay. So we are already, I think, reaching the hour mark. So let me check back on the chat here to see if we have any more questions. So I think there was a question in the beginning that I kind of skipped through, or a comment maybe. And I will try to read the name, but I think so. Hamdan is the last name or the username, and Facebook Marketplace and Shop is dead because sales is 0. I mean, fair enough. If you're not getting anything going on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shops, then if you want to say that it's dead, I guess it's a fair point. However, for something to be truly dead, it means nobody is getting nothing. And that's not true. because there's a lot of people out there who are getting sales on both shops and marketplace. Not the amount that we're getting before, but they're still getting something. So I don't know, Hamdam, how much experience you have, whether you're new to drop shipping or maybe you're very experienced. I don't know what your background is, but I know a lot of people are having very real issues getting sales. I'm not gonna say that it's not a problem, but to say that it's dead, then that means nobody is getting nothing, and that's not true. So then he says, tell me the future of Facebook Marketplace shop according to your experience. That's a difficult one because I'm not a fortune teller. I can't see into the future as much as I wish I could see into the future. All I can be is optimistic. Like if Facebook decided to launch this marketplace for sellers, then that means that there's something there, right? I mean, Facebook wouldn't just launch this for the sake of launching it, right? They feel like they can compete with the likes of Amazon and eBay and all the other marketplaces because of just the crazy amount of users that Facebook has. Like Facebook has like over 1 billion users on their platform. I mean, that's over 1 billion possible customers. Okay? So they have the volume of people, they have the traffic. So I think in the short term, there's going to be some pain with Facebook. In the long term, I think it's going to be, more success stories than really anything else. So I wish I could answer your question, but I don't have a magic ball to look into the future. So I really have no idea what's to come. But like I said, hopefully things do get better. So that was back in the beginning. And so Christopher Reese, actually, he was the first comment here. So you're in Gainesville, Florida. Big fan. Keep up the great work. Hey, man, thank you so much. Go Gators. I know for you must be a Gator fan up in Gainesville. I personally, I'm all about the U. I'm all about the U. I'm a big Hurricane fan. I'm down here in the South Florida area. Miami and the Gators, back in the 80s, they had a very good rivalry, and it's unfortunate that they don't have the same rivalry like they did before. But yeah, good to have you on, and thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you. So Sean, so he left a comment here. So I appreciate the feedback and the content, man. Thank you. Hey, man, no, thank you, Sean. You are, part of the, 1,000 subscribers that this channel has grown to. I'm really, blown away at the fact that I have that many subscribers, and I never thought. I was just a guy like you guys who found dropshipping a few years ago, had some success with it, and decided to, kind of create content around it and just spread the message that there are different ways to make money online, especially nowadays with the internet, being readily available to everybody. Why not learn a skill set that can help you earn something, outside of your main, line of income, right? And I saw there was an opportunity there. I decided to educate myself. I decided to really master what the whole drop shipping thing is. And so far, it's been paying off. And I'm so blessed and really thankful to you guys for, showing up and supporting the channel and liking the videos and subscribing and just being part of my community. And really, guys, I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I really appreciate every single one of you guys for being part of the Freedom Tribe. And again, I mentioned this in the beginning. I do have a free Discord group that's growing. I mean, right now we're at about, I think, like 55 members. And I just started the Discord group about a couple months ago. And so far it's been growing more and more, every week we get, more people joining the Discord. So, drop shipping is all about community. It's all about being with people who are like-minded and want to do the same things that you're doing. And drop shipping can be lonely sometimes. Sometimes it's only you and the computer. And I don't want it to be that way. I really want to create a community around us. And it's growing little by little. The community is growing. And I want to get it as large as we can. Let's make the Freedom Tribe, as large of a community of, positivity, of people who really want to come in and learn and help others and just pay it forward. Like, I really want to pay it forward. I remember when I first started drop shipping, I had so many difficulties. I made so many mistakes. I lost so much money. And I didn't have the support system back then. Like the whole, group stuff, it wasn't as popular, I think, as it is today. And groups like Discord are great. I love them. So I invite you to join the Discord. I'll link it here in the description. Join us, be part of the conversation, share your knowledge with us. And I think everybody will be very appreciative of what you have to give and bring to the dropshipping community. So with that being said, I think I've rambled quite enough for 1 hour. I really wasn't sure how long the live was going to go. I've been having, people stop in and out throughout the day. I think we got it to almost, I think 8 people were on the live, and that's amazing. I mean, 8 people that decided to stop what they were doing to watch me go live. Hey, I really appreciate you guys, and I really thank you. So if there are no more questions, I'm going to glance over the chat just one more time to see if maybe there's any questions or comments before I do end this. So I don't see any more. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be doing this like every week. Let me know what you guys feel about it. If you would like to see me go live every single week, let me know down in the comment section. And there's a topic you want me to cover next week. Also, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and review that with you guys. So have a blessed day. Good luck drop shipping. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.